What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97, and welcome back to another episode of WWE 2K14 Universe Mode. This is episode number 51, and we're here with Friday Night SmackDown. So as you can see, here are the rankings. I'm actually getting to the point where, in later episodes, I'm going to stop showing the rankings, but for now, because these were all pre-recorded in advance, I am still showing the rankings, so I apologize for that. But anyways, we can see we got a tag team matchup, Lita and Natalya versus the Bella Twins. Cody Rhodes taking on Fandango with Summer Rae ringside. Titus O'Neil taking on Rey Mysterio. Big Show versus Ryback. And in the main event, it will be Chris Jericho versus Sheamus in a number one contenders match for the World Heavyweight Championship. But of course, as we can see, Titus O'Neil and Rey Mysterio, those two superstars, well, first we'll get to this one. Lita and Natalya defeat the Bella Twins. Fandango defeats Cody Rhodes. Wow. But of course, Ray, he defeats Titus O'Neil. Remember, those two superstars competed in the gauntlet match against against Mark Henry. So, Titus actually took quite a punishment in that matchup. He kicked out of the World's Strongest Slam, so he's probably still feeling the effects of that matchup, and that probably gave Rey Mysterio a bit of an advantage in that one. But now we're going to move on to this, our first matchup we're going to be playing here on the card. It is the Big Show taking on the Intercontinental Champion Ryback. And we got to remember, at Survivor Series, it will be Team Orton versus Team Ryback. Team Orton consisting of Wade Barrett, this man right here, the Big Show, and of course the team captain, the Viper, Randy Orton. And then of course Team Ryback will be, of course, this man, the team captain, the Intercontinental Champion, the Human Wrecking Ball Ryback. His team consisting of himself, Cody Rhodes, who we saw compete earlier on tonight, and who is the third superstar. We know that it is supposed to be Sheamus, but you never know what happens if Sheamus wins the number one contenders match here tonight. Because I mean, obviously, if Sheamus loses, then he'll be competing alongside Cody Rhodes and Ryback as a part of Team Ryback. But if Sheamus wins the number one contenders match, then what's going to happen with Team Ryback? I mean, who is going to be the new third team member? But, we can't really jump to any conclusions yet because the match hasn't happened yet. Of course, it's going to be following this one, Jericho versus Sheamus. But you never know. That is a possibility. I mean, what if Sheamus wins? Then obviously we're going to need to find a new teammate. Ryback's going to have to find a new teammate, new member of Team Ryback. So that's something to think about heading into the main event later on tonight. But for now, it is Ryback taking on the Big Show, the world's largest athlete, versus the Human Wrecking Ball. As Big Show now tosses Ryback over there into the corner. Ryback counters, kick right to the back of the knee there, and now takes him down with a clothesline right to the back of the head. And here's Ryback now. Tosses him off the ropes. And look at this. Oh, counter! Nice running STO there by the Big Show. And now Big Show went for the big boot, but it was countered. Now Big Show with a counter of his own. Has Ryback from behind, but Ryback counters. And now pulls him right into a belly-to-belly slam there, taking down the Big Show. But yeah, this is going to be a classic case of power versus... Oh, what a chop to the head there. Might have dazed Ryback there, kind of knocked him off balance there. Knocked him silly there for a little bit. But this is a power versus power matchup. Ryback, of course, shell shock. He's got a lot of power, but here's, you can see, Big Show just kind of manhandling Ryback. Picked him up and tossed him across the ring there with that scoop slam. Now he's going to do it again. Big Show just picking up Ryback, tossing him around the ring. And Big Show maybe looking to do it a third time. And once again just tosses Ryback over across the ring there, just manhandling Ryback at the early stages of this matchup. Big Show now with a hard Irish whip, sends him off the ropes, and look at this. Oh, what a move. Black Hole Slam just planted Ryback right into the mat. Hooks the leg, but Ryback kicks out at one there. Ryback, showing his resilience and his aggressiveness, kicking out at one. Not taking the extra second to recover, not waiting for a 2 count, kicking out immediately at one. Not showing any signs of weaknesses. Now Big Show just shoving the boot right into the face, right under the chin of Ryback, and now hanging him upside down in the trio. Whoa, oh, Big Show is going for a dropkick, but Ryback countered. And now Ryback with a clothesline off the top rope. And now Ryback, can he use that? Can he take advantage off that clothesline off the top rope? That could be the opening Ryback needs. But Big Show now pulls him back. Ryback counters with a jawbreaker. And that could be the opening Ryback needs to start mounting some offense here. But Big Show still trying to hold Ryback off, trying to fend him off here. There's a kick to the gut. Went for the punch, but Ryback blocked it. And now Ryback, nope, countered by Big Show, no back suplex. As Big Show takes down Ryback, and now just stomping, just stepping right over Ryback. And the Big Show now, oh, countered by Ryback, and now Ryback, look at this, a belly suplex right over his head there. Look at the strength of Ryback. And now Ryback, nope, countered by Big Show. Big Show able to roll out of the way and avoid that double axe handle. And now just tosses Ryback right into that turnbuckle, just viciously, just aggressively throws him there. But now Ryback with a counter of his own. And look at this. Takes him down with the Thez press. And this is vintage Ryback right here. Just going to bounce Big Show's head right off the mat there. And now Ryback, what's he going to do? Well, grabs him by the head again. Just going to continue to thrust Big Show's, the back of his head right into the mat there. And now look at this. Once again, a belly suplex, taking Big Show down. Ryback showing his power here. And Ryback now, big mean oak clothesline. Takes the Big Show down. And the world's largest athlete could be out of it here. Ryback into the cover, elbow right across the face, but a kick out at 2 by the Big Show. And now Big Show, oh, look at this, Ryback. Ryback toss him up in the air. What's he going for? Oh, Ryback turning it into a shell shock here. Ryback has Big Show up. Look at this, shell shock. Takes the Big Show down, that could do it. It's gotta be it, hooks the leg. 1, 2, and the Big Show kicks out of the shell shock here. That catapult shell shock there from Ryback. I mean, he just tossed Big Show. I mean, did you see the strength? Just pushing Big Show all the way up in the air, catching him, and then turning it into a shell shock. What a move by Ryback, but that was not enough to put away the Big Show. Is now Big Show. He's up to his feet here. Ryback blocks it there. I think Big Show might have been going for a clothesline. And now look at this, Ryback working on the back of the head here. Has him, takes him down. Got him in this submission hold here. Can the Big Show get out of it? Big Show not quite able to reach the ropes there, but Big Show with a headbutt just knocked Ryback for a loop there. And now takes him down with a couple of clotheslines. Here's the Big Show. Tosses Ryback into the corner. And big splash there in the corner by the Big Show. And look at this. Spear takes Ryback down. If that's even really a spear, just kind of threw his whole body weight at Ryback. And now look at this. Leg drop right across the sternum by the Big Show. And now hooks the leg. 1, 2, but nope, Ryback able to stay alive here. And now the Big Show, there's a kick right to the gut. Picks him up, sidewalk slam, takes Ryback down. Dropping him right on the base of his spine there. And now Big Show looking for the KO punch, looking for the WMD. Oh no, he's going for a choke slam, has Ryback by the throat, takes him down with the choke slam. Big Show hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. No, Ryback. Ryback now stays alive. We saw Big Show kick out of a shell shock, and Ryback kicks out of the choke slam now. But I mean, what's it going to take for either of these two superstars to put each other away? I mean, both of them have hit their best shots, but that hasn't even been enough. Ryback with the cover here, but Big Show not even a 1 count. Big Show kicks out. I mean, both these superstars just showing incredible resilience here. They've each taken each other's finisher, and there's a big punch right to the side of that. What the hell? Ryback right back up to his feet. He took the big punch right to the side of the head. I mean, I guess it wasn't the knockout punch, but Ryback immediately got back up as if that kind of woke him up, fired him up. Spine buster now by Ryback as he takes the Big Show down. Into the cover for him across the face. Not even a 1 count. Big Show kicks out. And another meat hook clothesline. Taking the Big Show down. But is the Big Show out of it? Ryback for him across the face once again. And only a 1 count. Big Show kicks out here. And there's a big punch right to the gut there. Now look at this, Ryback. Ryback caught that punch. And now he's got Big Show up for the 2nd time. Will this shell shock be enough to put the Big Show away? Ryback, shell shock. Takes Big Show down. And Ryback hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. That's it, folks. Ryback has defeated the Big Show. And that's definitely a big momentum builder for Team Ryback. We saw Cody Rhodes lose to Fandango earlier on, but now Ryback has defeated the Big Show. And this is a big, no pun intended, a monumental victory in terms of momentum for Team Ryback heading into Survivor Series. They got the win over the Big Show here. Of course, the biggest member of Team Orton versus the biggest member of Team Ryback. And now, wait a minute, Randy Orton coming in from behind. Look out, Ryback, as Orton attacks Ryback from behind with that, is that a baseball bat or a pipe or something? I think it might be a baseball bat, but he just took him down from behind. Or is that a lead pipe of some sorts? I'm not exactly sure what that was, but Randy Orton just struck Ryback from behind with it and sending a message to his opponent to message there between team captains for this Survivor Series tag team matchup at Survivor Series. But now we have our main event matchup for the evening. This is, of course, a #1 contenders matchup for the World Heavyweight Championship. It will be Mark Henry facing off against one of these two superstars. Will it be the Ayatollah of Rock and Roll, Chris Jericho, or will it be the Celtic Warrior and the former World Heavyweight Champion, Sheamus? And we know that it's Chris Jericho, former first ever undisputed champion. He's a former World Heavyweight Champion in his own right. Sheamus, of course, the former World Champion. Sheamus has been in this world title picture ever since the beginning of Universe Mode. You gotta remember, he held the title, lost it to Del Rio at Extreme Rules, won it back at Over the Limit in the Triple Threat against Del Rio and Daniel Bryan. Sheamus then, of course, defended it at the Vengeance pay-per-view against Wade Barrett. He did not defend it at Capital Punishment. And then Sheamus lost it at SummerSlam in the Battle Royal. Randy Orton won the title. But guess what happened? Sheamus won it back at Night of Champions from Randy Orton, only to lose it to Mark Henry at No Way Out. So I'm sure Sheamus, he's been fixing to get another shot at Mark Henry, the World Heavyweight Champion. And you're probably wondering, why didn't Sheamus get a rematch clause? Well, that's the very reason why. Sheamus has been in the World Heavyweight Championship scene ever since the beginning of Universe Mode. So this time, Sheamus, he's going to have to earn his way back into the title picture. Because really, it's kind of been same old, same old. Sheamus has just he's been there fighting for the world title for the whole entirety of Universe Mode, and that's definitely quite an accomplishment for the Celtic Warrior. But it is a bit repetitive, Sheamus always being in the matchup, and, he's I guess now he would be a 3-time world champion in this Universe Mode, because he started out with it, won it, of course, from Del Rio at Over the Limit, and then won it from Randy Orton recently, the Night of Champions. So, Sheamus, if he would go on to challenge Mark Henry and win the title again, he'd be a 4-time world champion in this Universe Mode alone. So, Sheamus, he's really, that's quite an accomplishment here on the SmackDown brand. Sheamus is one of the top superstars. But, that is a bit repetitive with Sheamus always being in the championship picture. So Jericho, Jericho's our new face here. Jericho, he's really made a beeline for Mark Henry, really targeted him ever since that episode of Main Event when he competed against Alberto Del Rio in his first matchup as a member of the SmackDown roster. So, Jericho, he's going right after the World Championship as well. So, we've got this matchup here between two of the top superstars in Friday Night SmackDown, two of the top contenders in the World Championship division, Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior, and Chris Jericho. So both these superstars have the opportunity to potentially face Mark Henry at Survivor Series for the World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, Henry, he won the title at No Way Out after winning King of the Ring at Night of Champions. So the age of Mark Henry is only just beginning, and we'll have to see which one of these superstars can potentially try to put an end to Mark Henry's reign as King of SmackDown and as the World Heavyweight Champion. But look at Sheamus taking Chris Jericho down there. And now Sheamus drops the elbow right to the gut of Chris Jericho. But Jericho now with a kick right to the face almost. And now look at that. Once again, Sheamus takes Chris Jericho down. But now he's got him up on his shoulders. Maybe going for white noise. Nope, counter by Jericho. And he takes him down. Plants him face first with that DDT. And now Jericho on the offensive here. Trying to hold back a sneeze. Okay, I think it's gone. So Jericho now big chop there to Sheamus. And now Jericho kick right to the back of the Celtic Warrior. And now Jericho. I don't know, it's a bit of a stalemate here at this point in the matchup. Just kind of trading shots here, trading punches. Jericho now. Nope. Countered by Sheamus. Takes him down. And elbow right to the back of Chris Jericho there. It's now Sheamus now looking to go after the knee. Oh, what a move. Plants Jericho's knee right into the mat. Just drives it right into the mat here. And now Sheamus, big clothesline. Nope, Jericho countered, able to sidestep the clothesline attempt by Sheamus. And now Jericho, this is snapmare, and elbow right to the back of the head. Maybe even the top of the head of Sheamus. This has been a pretty aggressive matchup so far. Jericho now just kicking Sheamus in the face. And now Jericho, what's he going for here? Oh, Jericho, got him by the legs. Looking for the walls of Jericho. Can he make Sheamus tap out here? Jericho flips him over on his belly. And now Sheamus may be forced to tap out here. He's trying to crawl. Trying to get over there to the ropes. Can he make it? Sheamus is trying to fight, trying to get out of it, and I think he might have just slipped out of it there. Chris Jericho now. Code breaker right to the face of Sheamus. That could do it. Jericho into the cover. 1, 2. No! Sheamus kicks out. Sheamus stays alive. And this is why Sheamus this is why he's a 3-time world champion. Sheamus now got Jericho. This time he connects with White Noise. And Sheamus now could be moments away from putting away Chris Jericho. No, wait a minute. Sheamus, he's calling for the bro kick, perhaps. No, wait, maybe he's going for that high cross. But no, counter by Jericho. Jericho avoids the powerbomb attempt by Sheamus. Sheamus was going for that high cross powerbomb. Hooks the leg, but Sheamus immediately kicks out there. And now there's a drop kick from Jericho. Sheamus now makes it back to his feet. Countered by Jericho, tosses Sheamus over there into the corner, and there's a drop kick right to the back of Sheamus here. And Jericho perhaps looking for a second code breaker. Nope, instead connects with a punch right to the face, right to the side of the head of Sheamus. And Sheamus now back up to his feet, maybe looking to fire up a second win here. Jericho, though, neck breaker takes down the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. And Jericho, just taking a moment to taunt, just kind of trying to get the fans behind him here in this matchup. As the fans don't really know who to cheer for in this one. It's a matchup between two superstars, I'm sure none of these fans want to see Mark Henry as the world champion. They wouldn't. Oh, big shot there from Jericho to the referee. Just missed Sheamus there. And oh my God, speak of the devil, the world heavyweight champion Mark Henry now out here at ringside, and he's now entered the ring. I mean, come on, Henry, just right in here breaking up a hard-fought bout between these two superstars. But Henry, we got to remember, he did get ambushed on main event. He got attacked by 4 superstars, and Henry probably just out for some retribution. World's strongest slam to Sheamus. And, Henry probably sees these two guys as the biggest threats, and they were competing to face him in Survivor Series. Henry now a world's strongest slam to Chris Jericho. And Henry definitely sending a message to the SmackDown locker room as he's just attacked Sheamus and Chris Jericho. And what is this going to mean for the World Heavyweight Championship at Survivor Series? Who's going to be facing Mark Henry? We never got the finish to this matchup. Jericho and Sheamus both just got attacked. It was a double disqualification as Mark Henry got out there and broke it up. So who's going to face Mark Henry at Survivor Series? Well, I guess we got to wait to hear from the anonymous SmackDown general manager or Triple H or someone. We got to get something solved here. We got to have a solution to this crisis now, as Henry's just gone out and ruined a perfectly good match there. So we don't know who the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship is after all. But I guess we have to stay tuned and find out what the state of the World Championship will be in the next episode of Friday Night SmackDown. Maybe even main events. Maybe just on the next episode of WWE 2K14 Universe Mode. But of course, I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for the next episode. And as always, keep on YouTubing.